On a brisk but clear night on the Lakeshore, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We look at this Browns defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The way in, touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line. Ready?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3. It's Tillman going to go in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Talk about this Jets defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Browns at 7 and 8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Liking 18. Go.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Rolling to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Willis. Swings this out for Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. A quick throw here out to Cobb. There he goes, left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw, it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so,
How well have the backups prepared for this? Time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Browns, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their...
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball in. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number one. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Jets 28, Browns nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Willis. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
It's fourth down.
Trying for it on fourth down. Here's Willis.
That's to his... Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go now.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
48-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a first and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown.
Breece Hall
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jets open the lead up to 34-0.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Browns nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On play action. Now Rodgers. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal, New York.
They'll run with Hall.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and this brings up a 3rd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Jets 42. Browns nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 7.
Ready, ready.
To throw, here's Willis. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
70, Timberwolves. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Tag. Ready.
Now Willis.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Ready, ready.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
Go.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
It's now 4th down and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight.
4th down, Willis.
And he's got it. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
New York.
On play action, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's across midfield, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second and a couple.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Willis looks to pass it here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
26.
Rodgers going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Jets 49, Browns nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Swings this out for Hunt. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Give them the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Willis to throw once more. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Running left, it's Hall. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Hall. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 6 yards.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Jets.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
22-yard line. A gain of 27 on the play.
Hey, 626.
New York.
Rodgers now on first down. Caught by Wilson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Jets are pouring it on. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
It's the score, Jets 56, Browns 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first.
The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Willis. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Willis, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And now they're in the hurry-up.
10 yards on the pickup.
26. Hey, take 26.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check it, check it.
Willis will look to throw it. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And the Browns, 1st down.
18, Pioneers.
1st and 10 at the 44.
1st and 10, Willis. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he'll find Hall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
A give running right is Hall. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Round 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Willis to throw on 2nd. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
70. Round 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards just shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
They go play action with Willis.
And my goodness, another interception. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Now Willis to throw. Pass caught. He's got Tillman.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.